Well, hello there. Last week we were in the middle of a conversation focused on profit versus revenue and learning how you can avoid getting caught by a common entrepreneurial trap that working harder and working more equates to higher profits. If you missed last Friday's video, I encourage you to pop back to it and listen to it first so that you have some context on the rest of this conversation. It's not necessary, but likely will be helpful to you. Hi, I'm Sue Krautbauer, a business mentor and course creator for ambitious, 30 to 50 somethings, entrepreneurs, moms, empty nesters, and career professionals who are ready to follow their big dreams, to stop thinking about the amazing business concept that's been percolating inside your head for weeks, months, even years, and perhaps get that darn thing launched. We ended last week with the understanding that revenue is quite simply just the money you take in, whether it's $100K a year, $200K a year, or more. But when your service is your product and your time is the cost of goods, what matters is how much you keep in the end and how hard and long you had to work for it. And like a bad serial TV show, I left you with a cliffhanger. Sorry, not sorry. Drum roll, please. Business owners who think a profitable business equates to putting in as many hours as possible and trying to make as much money as they can are missing a key factor with this mindset: the value of their free time. Okay, your messages and texts have been clamoring for more case studies and illustrations. So let's look at two scenarios to round third base and take this topic to home. Yasmin brings in $200K a year in revenue, but she works nights, some weekends, and barely takes a minimum days off each year and has never carved out a proper full-length vacation for herself, mostly because she continues to work while she's on vacation. Let's say she has $50K in the bank at the end of the year as well. Now, Charisse brings in $100K a year, but she works 40-hour weeks for 6 months out of the year and spends the other 6 months, traveling and enjoying her life. Let's say she doesn't have any money in the bank at the end of the year, as opposed to Yasmin's $50K. Which one would you consider to be more profitable? If you didn't say Charisse, you haven't been paying attention. Charisse is wildly more profitable at $100K versus Yasmin's $200K, and despite not having any money in the bank. Her lack of funds isn't because she can't make more money, but because she is choosing not to. If Charisse wanted to, she could work an extra 3 months and get that $50K in the bank. But instead, she's enjoying her time freedom. If she worked year-round in the same 40-hour week, she'd have $100K in the bank and would still be working less than Yasmin. Alternatively, if Yasmin worked the normal 40-hour weeks that Charisse works, she wouldn't have any money in the bank because she's now not working all those extra nights and weekends at the same rate. See the difference? The cash, your hourly rate, isn't what determines your profitability, but rather how much revenue is brought in compared to how much you work. If you are like the majority of my business mentoring clients, you aren't planning to go into business just to have a fat bank account. You also want creative flexibility, time freedom, a chance to do things your way and work on your own terms. But if you're too busy chasing down cash, trading time for money, none of those benefits of self-employment will ever be within reach. So in order to have a profitable business that hums and allows you to enjoy your life, I believe it is imperative that you structure your business so you are making money like Charisse, using a maximum of 50% of your time to make the revenue you need. Determining your freedom quotient and your service-based business rates is both an art and a science. You'll need to understand some of these following concepts. Determine what you actually need to survive. Understand and calculate the difference between full-time employment and entrepreneurial income. Determine your MAR, your minimum acceptable rate. Understand and apply the advantages of value-based pricing versus hourly rates, and, well, there's a lot more. Knowledge is power, and knowing your own value is just the first step to building a business that you know you're confident will be profitable without having to sit down and math it out for every single transaction, project quote, or sale. And I assure you, you'll be confident that you can get off and stay off the hamster wheel where you're always hustling to make more money with no end in sight. Take control of your numbers and your time to find your freedom in your business. I promise you, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. But you know that businesses don't succeed by accident. We talked about that last week. Yours won't either. If your super cool, amazing business idea is going to succeed, you have to ask key questions and answer them honestly. And you got to balance an abundance mindset with business pragmatism. My upcoming business assessment workshop will help you and other budding entrepreneurs like you to assess the viability of success for your business, whether it's just an idea right now, or if you've recently launched and it just doesn't seem like it's going to be the unicorn you thought it would be. I'm planning to open the registration to this workshop in September, so if you're interested in discovering what the probability of your business success will be, I encourage you to click the link and get your name on the list to be first in line when registration opens. Thanks again for sharing your Friday with me, and we'll talk again next week.